Welcome to Let's Get Dumb, the podcast where I, comedian Joe Kilgallon, and comedian Jonah Jurkens, like to ask dumb questions, tell dumb stories, make dumb lists, and just have a dumb old fucking time with you. This is season 3.
Season 3.
Coming at you hot. We're breaking it up the seasons because we're gonna take a more professional approach. And we got busy and we needed a reason to take a week off.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited though. We're gonna be doing some really fun shit on the podcast today. Jonah's going to share his experience overseas. Took a nice little 2.5 week hiatus there.
I did.
I want to hear all about what Jonah's experience as American was like in some exotic European places. Hold on. I'm trying to tease the whole episode here.
I just had to get the fuck away from you.
I hear ya.
No
yeah.
kidding.
And then I got some cool stories. I had a birthday, and then I also got to see maybe one of the best concerts ever.
Really?
I've ever seen. So a little teaser there.
I don't know anything about
I got a fun
this.
game I'm playing for Jonah at the end.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I know nothing about this concert.
Should we leave off the concert then?
Sure. You're excited. It's your birthday.
I'm so excited. All
Can
right.
we talk about your birthday, or do you not want
We
to?
can talk about my birthday. I don't care.
Okay.
I had a birthday, everybody.
Yeah. Can we talk about what birthday that is?
Fine.
We don't have to.
No, I'll embrace it. I'm embracing it.
Yeah.
And the concert is what's helping me embrace it.
Okay.
I turned 40.
You turned 40. Hog
Don't make
squad.
a clip of this though. All right. I don't want any. You have to be a diehard listener to get this
Right.
privileged information. You have to watch the full episode on YouTube or download the audio. Right.
Right. Yeah. Or I'm gonna get puppets to recreate it. I'm gonna release that.
Claymation.
Yeah. Claymation.
I haven't gotten
Yeah.
a good clip yet though.
Yeah. You'll get this because you're my age. I'll do a celebrity deathmatch claymation with it.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll make a
MTV
Joe.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Wasn't it based off some iced tea commercial? And then they
Yeah.
MTV did a thing about it was crazy.
With a Rocky.
Yeah, it was.
Got me,
like-
Mick. Yeah.
So then they're like, we're gonna do claymation like celebrity fights.
Yeah.
We're gonna have this person versus. They had Liam versus Noel Gallagher. They had
Yeah.
all that kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
shit. Yeah. So this concert I went to that was.
Well, first off, Joe, I do want to talk about that. But
Okay,
like
okay.
we just skimmed over 4-0 for you.
Well, yeah, I had a birthday.
That's a big step for a
happy
lot
to
of
turn
people.
40.
You look great.
Oh, thank you.
I think both of us, we don't look our age at all.
Nah, we look younger.
Yeah, we look
Imagine if I
younger.
have the white in the beard though. The white in the beard. If I ever dyed this, I'd be 33 again.
Nah,
Maybe
you look like an old man
36.
trying to hide it up.
People told me I look like I'm 36, 37.
I think you look
now.
younger if you're not trying to hide it up. Or it's just kind of a little natural. You don't see somebody where you're like, oh man, you dye that beard and it looks bad. Like you look
Yeah.
older. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd have to do it right.
Yeah.
All right, forget it. It's out the window.
I don't think it makes you look old at all. This is my point.
Okay, well, thank you.
So you're leading up to 4-0, right? You're walking up there. You're past the line. How does it feel?
How does it feel to officially be done with my 30s? That's the one that fucked me up going into the last couple of days of being in my 30s.
That this is your last.
Yeah, someone was just like, man, you're going to be 40. No more bye-bye 30s. And that when I heard that, I was like, oh, my God.
But did you
Fuck.
feel that
I
going
had a
into
good
your
30? I was looking back and like, I did some fun shit.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't
yeah.
feel long until you actually think about it. And it was long. Like, it's hard. You know what I mean? Like, I know that life goes by quickly, but if you really think about it, like, it takes a long fucking time.
It does. Like, it's weird. This moment we're having right now, we're going to forget this.
I'll never forget this.
No, we're going to forget this.
I will never forget this.
Well, now you might remember because of the conversation I was making it where it's like, I got to remember this crazy shit.
Yeah.
Maybe you, the podcast listener or YouTube viewer, will have the same process.
Right.
Because I all the times you look back and you're like, that was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
How many things happened that I don't remember in between the 9 years?
Yeah.
Because I only have like 50 memories that really pop out. And then you could get reminded of something.
Right.
Someone could say, look at those tits. Remember when you dated a girl with that really fat tits? But were they like really big? Would you consider, like, you ever meet a woman who, and look, I'm not body shaming here, but you see a woman, she's like 400 pounds and she's like, I got some huge cannons. It's like, well, you're 400 pounds.
Right.
It doesn't hold the same weight as a skinny woman with big breasts.
I always feel bad for the bigger people that have tiny breasts.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just look like out of proportion.
Yeah, you're like, you didn't even get that either? That sucks.
Like, imagine if you saw a dude that was 7'6". First reference of, I'm sorry, I cut myself off. Austin, this is the first one of season 3. Imagine if you saw a man who was like 7'6" and he had a tiny penis.
Oh, yeah. But hey, but does he have a normal penis? But he's just so big, he's so tall that it looks tiny. But really, he's hog squad. He's 8 inches.
Hog squad. Good point.
That's the thing too. Like a very big person that they actually have big breasts, but they're just too big that their breasts look small.
Yeah, so they have some good honkers on them, but
Right.
the rest of them is so big it doesn't stand out.
Right. I mean, how much bigger will your balls look if your dick is smaller? Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God. That's something to think
Right.
about.
Yeah. I mean, your asshole looks small if shit's not coming out of it.
It's got to expand.
It's gonna expand, you know. there's a contrast there.
Here's one
you know?
for you. Here's a
Right.
dumb thought for you. How come when it's freezing cold outside, your nipples get hard, but your dick gets soft? Why is it?
So you're just walking around with a hard dick all the time until it gets cold?
No, I'm just saying, like,
Is that what you're?
cold weather makes your nips hard, but why doesn't cold weather make your dick hard?
Because your dick is going inside of you because it needs warm weather, right?
Yeah, but I just feel like, why do my nipples get hard when it's cold?
But what about this? How about your dick is going so far in, it's going out your nipples?
That's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Oh, and we're so distracted by our gloriously hard nipples that we don't even think that our dick's not there.
Yeah. So really, that's just the inside tip of your dick coming out of your breasts.
What about for women?
Mm-hmm.
What about for women? What
That's their clitoris. It's coming out of their.
Fucking a yard of clit.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
How much?
Could you imagine if that's how you express like your girlfriend's like, my girlfriend about a yard of clit. You gotta put that on a t-shirt.
Yard of clit.
Yeah,
Oh my
yard of
God.
clit.
You should really open up
Yeah, I charge about I don't know 45, 50 a clit. It's for fabric, like a yard. Instead of a yard, it's a clit.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna put that in a t-shirt. 'Cause you
Yeah,
did, right?
yeah.
But I was gonna say that you should have a t-shirt store with all these crazy sayings like that. Because
think
that's
we
so
should-
specific. If you came up with a good name that told people, like, when you walk in the store, you're gonna see shit on a shirt you've never seen in your life.
Yeah.
And then even have a shirt with shit on it.
Yeah.
Like, look at the shit on this shirt.
There's shit on this shirt.
Right? So it's just, look at the shit on
Yeah.
this shirt. There's shit all over our fucking
And then people are like, that's a very literal name for this store. Is this
Oh,
shit
yeah.
on shirts?
Yeah, shit on
It's just
shirts.
some shit on
Make
shirts.
Instagram targeted ads, and then you can buy your own shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, we have different celebrity shits that are on there. Like
Yeah.
this is Tom Cruise shit.
This is some Tom Cruise shit on this shirt.
Yeah. This is some. Where's the picture? I'm like, no, this is some Tom Cruise shit on there.
Well, you have you have shit on there, right? And then
Right.
you have a picture of Tom Cruise chasing you because you stole turds out of his home.
So it's a
He doesn't sign off for them. This.
so that's like that's a photo of the proof.
Yeah.
Okay, but you notice that the sad thing is we on the tag, you know, how it says machine wash, hand wash. It just has to say no wash.
No wash. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's on-
No wash you because you'll lose the shit.
Exactly.
Do you want to lose this shit?
You don't wash an autograph shirt. You
Right.
Don't wash a shirt that's got shit on it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, my new shirt. I just lost that shit. You go, but it's right there. He goes, yeah, but I lost the shit.
You lost your shit on a shirt?
Yeah, you lost your shit on the shirt.
Check out this shit on a shirt.
Yeah, let's check out this shit on a shirt. What shit? Well, I lost the shit. Well, your shirt's right here. Well, there's no shit on it. What are you talking about? That's the shit. It's a real who's on first.
It really
Yeah,
is, dude.
40-year-old version that didn't grow up.
What celebrity shit would you pay the most money for? You fucking heard, dude. Don't act like you didn't hear.
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's
Whose
basically saying,
celebrity
like,
shit? Whose celebrity shit would you pay enough money for that you're willing to stay in a room to smell it?
Yeah.
For you, it'd be a female. I know that. You got
Oh,
that
yeah.
fetish.
I don't want to smell dude poo.
You don't want to do poo?
Dude poo is gross,
no,
dude.
but you
Doo-doo
never know.
poo. No. Yeah, because, like, look, shit,
How about
is,
this?
shit is shit.
Okay, of
right?
all the
Like,
celebrities, yes. Let's add to this. Out of all the celebrities, right? How about this? Vin Diesel or The Rock? Whose shit do you think you could identify first?
Oh, Vin Diesel's.
Why?
Because, you know, it's like a dark gray.
You think it is? Yeah,
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe
it's a dark gray. But they're both pretty smooth because they're
They're
bald.
like a Great Danes.
Great
Like,
Danes.
so it's just like Circle Pebbles comes out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they have big circle like shits.
Both of them do.
Great Danes. But
Oh, Great
no,
Danes.
The
Okay.
Rock is light brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
for whatever reason, there's some vitamin that Vin Diesel's not getting, and it makes it. It's like gray, like a Brooklyn brownstone.
So you're telling me
It's
that you
Greystone.
could not smell what The Rock is cooking?
No.
No.
By the way, was this one big setup for you to get that line in?
No, I just thought about that halfway
Because
through, and I'm like,
respect.
God damn, it feels like I
Fucking-
set that whole
fucking
thing up.
Respect if that was the case.
hmm
I'd be very proud of you there.
Okay, so who should could you? Okay, so who's could you notify? Figure out from Scarlett Johansson, or like, let's say, Margot Robbie's.
Ooh,
If there's two piles of shit,
neither are American.
right? So the two piles of shit are Margot Robbie and Scarlett Johansson. Those are piles of shit. Those two right there. Which ones could you figure out? If you had let's say I gave you a little stick with a little bit of a poke on that, and you had to put it in the shit. Who are you getting first?
I
We
can
figure it out.
identify Margot Robbie's defecation first.
Do you think that hers is a little like stringier because she had a tighter butthole?
No, like, you know, a tight butthole will open up for to get the job done.
Can we do a courtesy warning to not eat while you listen
Oh
to this
my God,
podcast?
I like how I remember I didn't mention before the podcast, but I was listening to some podcasts. I'm like, oh, I like how this podcast leads off telling you what you're going to hear. Like on this episode, I'm going to do this, this,
Yeah.
and this. So I'm like, well, I'll try that this week. If I didn't really tell you beforehand. So when I was getting into it in the beginning, I said the 3 things.
Yeah.
And we have barely touched on any of them.
Oh, I want to
No,
get to those things.
No. I don't care. I think it's funny. Actually, it's funnier that we did it because this podcast is called Let's Get Dumb.
Yeah.
So it's like, here's the 3 things, but then we never do
Never
the 3
get
things.
back to it.
That could be our running gag.
Right. I also like the idea that you're willing to talk about celebrities' shits instead of talking about turning 40.
Yeah.
Because that changed quickly to this.
Margot Robbie. Because even though she's got great body, and I know she works out and takes care of it and everything, she seems more likely of the two to be like, fuck yeah, let's get a bacon double cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Have
So
a couple,
you think she's
couple
good?
Fostas and have a bacon double cheeseburger. It was
Right.
a really bad Australian accent. I apologize to Margot and the entire country/continent.
Mhm.
But where Scarlett Johansson, I feel like, even though she seems really cool and everything, I'm not denying her coolness. I feel like the food she eats is going to be so healthy, so much healthier, and so like.
Be real soupy.
So that's why I feel like her poop would be a little more pretentious. Where Margot Robbie has more of an every woman's shit.
Yeah. So like Scarlett Johansson's shit's coming out with a tie on it.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
And it's
And a monocle.
Pretty much. And it's giving you a warning like, hey, you better fucking step it up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I come from money.
Yeah.
Like that type of vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real, prissy.
Okay. So turning 40 for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, see, now you know how hard it is to transition out of shit.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you were the me roll for that last little chunk. Yeah, man, like I'm glad I went out though, because otherwise I was just gonna do like family dinners and not really make a big thing of it. I kind of was dreading turning it for whatever stupid reason or another. Just because I like being in my 30s. It feels like once you cross over to 40, it's a little different, right? When you're in your 30s, you're just kind of like, oh, I can still be a little bit of an ass, but you can in your 40s too. And I have the exact example for that. I'm going to get to this concert talk, but the big thing I took out of the concert was I could still fucking be awesome at 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there
I
was
think you
people
can
at the
too.
concert older than me. And this concert, I was in the pit the whole fucking show. And it was the most energy I've ever seen at any concert. It was incredible. It felt like everybody was like fucking really cool. Like you bump into people, it was like, I got you. No, my bad, my bad.
Yeah.
Everybody was amazing. The fucking group was on fire all night and just fucking cool, hilarious. Yeah, using their platform for good. And I'm talking about this Irish rap brand called Kneecap.
Oh, from the movie?
Yeah, so the movie
Joe,
I was telling you about.
Did you just get so high you thought you were inside the movie?
No,
Kneecap?
I wish I was in that movie. No, so what happened was a lot of people don't realize this because they have the movie that was a big hit, Sundance, I told you about.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender's in it. This is a biopic in real time. Like the guy who approached him about directing and forming a screenplay, it's based off their life. It's like a 95% true story, the movie. So it talks about how they get together and all that kind of stuff.
I want to interrupt you right now. For anybody listening, it's actually available on Apple iTunes to rent. So it's not only in theaters
It
now.
is.
You can actually watch it now.
Available. Yeah, it's now available. That's right. You can watch. It's called Kneecap. And so the guy thought, like, we always see music biopics, like after the band's rise and fall or whatever the hell it was. Like Queen came out 20 years after they were done their biopic. He's like, what about doing one in real time? And that's essentially what it is. And it's really cool to see. And like, I remember watching the movie, seeing their concerts, being like, that's a crowd. Look at them.
Yeah.
Everyone's pumped up. They're having a great time. And our friend, Nolan Rafferty, great dude. If you're ever in Chicago, check out his bar, Galway Bay Pub. So
Classic Irish dude.
Yes, he's from the north of Ireland.
The scary way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nolan's big dude, great guy, fucks with you, ball buster. He's from the north of Ireland. He told me about this group because I remember seeing that they were going to be in Chicago last year performing at the Bee Kitchen.
So you knew about this group before the movie?
Yeah, because Nolan had 4 tickets to see them, but went on a bender and forgot he had 4 tickets to see them.
That's the most Nolan thing I've ever heard.
And it gets worse. He's at home watching Kneecap music videos on YouTube, and then one of his buddies back home from the north of Ireland texted him being like, hey, how's the concert? And he's like, oh my God, it's tonight. He totally forgot.
Yeah.
So he was watching them on YouTube. Instead, he could have been down the street watching them live.
That sucks.
So anyway, this group was incredible. Like they're an Irish rap trio, but they rap in the Irish language. So trying to revive
Gaelic?
that. Yeah, because it's like See, it's weird. Gaelic is more considered Scottish Gaelic because they're Scottish Gaelic, so they're trying to
Okay.
separate the languages by just straight up calling it Irish.
Okay.
But yeah, Irish Gaelic
Interesting.
comes off
Okay.
of that. Anyway, I just know if this gets posted to YouTube, some Irish speakers are gonna be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
But they're not really pissed, but they're trying to revive the language, and it's a beautiful language. And colonization from the English, like they banned them from speaking the language. That's why the language was dying off. And the movie kind of talks a little bit about that, and they talk about that in their rapping, and the lyrics are fucking good. And the beats are great. And you would think like Irish hip hop, what the fuck? But like it works. And everyone I've shown this to or played the songs, they go, damn, this is good. Holy shit. Like
Apparently no one's ever seen How's the Pain.
Irish American though, I guess.
They were pretty good, though.
Irish. They were good.
They were good.
Were they Boston?
I don't know. Probably.
But dude, I wish you guys could have saw me at this concert. I was in the pit, fucking moshing, knocking into people, standing my ground, having this fucking amazing time, bouncing up and down. I swear to God, dude, I've never been sweatier in my life.
Really?
I was drenched in sweat. I got to take a picture with one of the guys in the group, DJ Provi.
Okay.
And you just see my hair looks like I was in the rain.
Yeah.
But it was just pure sweat.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you the photo. And it's just fucking great message from the group. That people were cool as fuck. Like, I mean, there was, like, I don't know about women in the mosh pit though. All right.
Did you take some girls out, Joe?
No, but like you can't help, like you're banging into people. Also, you look and you see one, and look, I'm not. You guys know I'm one of the good ones. I'm a fucking ally. But I just don't know what to do in that situation because the purpose of that type of like dancing and partying is to bang into each other really hard. It's a mosh pit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if you get in there, you should know what you're getting into. But in the same regard, like if you get knocked on your ass. But I bring this up to say a few people did get knocked down, and whenever they did, this is how cool everyone was. They're like, whoa, whoa, down, down, down. And then they would immediately grab the person and pick them back up, and they go, back to dancing. Like nobody was out to hurt anybody. Everyone just wanted to have a good fucking time.
I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but like because I went to When We Were Young concert festival last year in Las Vegas, and same thing where people were moshing and it was getting like kind of out of hand. But if anybody got knocked down, people pick them up, or if people like started getting moshed and they're like, whoa, whoa, I didn't know. They're like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm so sorry. Like it was weird how people are just like apologetic about their mosh pits.
I think the type of people who are in mosh pits are just good people. And yet they think that's how they get their aggression out, though, in a nice, safe way.
How many people did you hurt, Joe?
Shoving to each other. Put my knee into some backs, my friend.
Did you really?
No.
Yeah.
No, it was too much fun. There were people were smoking weed in the pit, which you can't really do. You're not supposed to smoke weed indoors, but it's
Right.
like, fuck it, we're here to see Kneecap. Let's have a great fucking time.
Where'd you see him?
Concord Music Hall. And while I was doing that, you were across the street doing Blackout Diaries, directly across the street.
Yeah, look at that.
You had no idea I was across the street having the fucking time of my life.
Look at that.
Bouncing up and down, going fucking crazy. It was amazing.
Yeah. No black eyes. If you look good.
No, everyone was just so nice. It was just.
Did you go by yourself?
No, my brother.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.
my brother went.
Yeah.
Awesome time.
Yeah.
It was just. Everyone check out Kneecap if you have not checked out Kneecap. I'm such a big fan of their music and just the fucking energy of the show, everything about it.
Maybe if we find a song, we could have it be our opening song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pay them for that, though. I don't know.
I'm sure they'd be
become
happy to
friends with them.
have us have that hog squad bump. What you talking about?
Yeah, dude, they're about to be really famous now.
So okay,
they're gonna
so
go from 250,000 followers to 250,000 followers in one.
yeah, so well, dude, more than
Dude,
that. What are you
I'm
talking
just-
about?
I know.
What are you talking about? There's three of us here. So that's yeah. There's three of us here, and my girlfriend, she doesn't pay attention at all. She doesn't.
But I want. Oh, I'm sorry. You have another question. I was gonna say we gotta get to. You just went on a trip of a lifetime.
Well, that's the thing is I don't really have a lot of. This is actually going to add to that something that reminds me of my trip. I went to where the fuck did I go? I went to Morocco and I went to Spain and I went to Portugal, and nothing really crazy happened this trip. And I'm used to like I think my girlfriend and I, we didn't go too crazy. We got drunk every night, but we didn't get like blasted, blackout drunk. Surprisingly, my anxiety
nice.
was a lot less. And slept a lot. So we didn't meet like crazy people. And then we had these crazy nights, But I found a couple Irish bars.
They're everywhere.
But that's the thing. It's hard. Other than Barcelona, a lot of places didn't have like pubs to go drink at. So we were in Marbella and we found an Irish pub. It said Irish pub. We went in there, and this is so Irish. We go in there, and this guy's cool as shit. He's lived in Chicago for a while, straight up Irish dude. And he's like, I can't do that accent, but he was just like, yeah, my friend called me and said, hey, can I help bartend? And then I showed up, and then he just left me here. So now I'm just running the bar by myself. So we drank a bunch and all that. And then I look at Laura, and I know you always talk about this, but I was like, hey, we got to do an Irish car bomb. I love Irish car bombs. But
I
then she's
hate
like,
them.
you can't do those.
They're offensive.
They're offensive.
Yeah,
Right?
they are. They're very offensive.
Yeah. No rants?
Oh, you want me to go on a rant about
If
it?
you want to.
Dude, I'm really high right now.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't know if you
Yeah,
picked
no,
up on
we all
that.
can tell.
Yeah, you
But
can
my
tell,
but
right?
my
Yeah.
thing. So my thing was
Sorry,
so no.
Here's why the Irish car bomb's bullshit. All right.
Well, it
That
is.
these
It's
dickhead Yanks
Yeah.
who are being insensitive to the troubles and everything that's been going on, and 800 years of colonization. You're gonna fucking fight back a little bit,
Right.
And yeah, sometimes it wasn't the greatest thing.
what
with
would be
these
that
cars going off?
What would be that shot for Americans?
Oh yeah, this old one. 9/11 people would call it, or they'd call
What would be?
I'd call it an American school shooting.
Oh, what's in that?
Yeah, just
I think that has to be like
bourbon and lighter
Jaeger, right? Because
fluid.
Jaeger's like black.
Jaeger. I was trying to think of like an American drink. Jaeger's German, right?
Yeah. But it's black like bullets.
You
know? That's a little
Irish
too
car
far.
bomb, an American school
yeah.
shooting. You have a French surrender.
Well, I was thinking like a 9/11, right? Like, what do you think?
Well, that was the old thing. There was I'm sure the listeners probably haven't heard this before. Maybe I think this was a Chicago thing, or maybe it was in New York. Some Americans go to, a pub in Ireland, and they're fucking idiots. They don't understand the history behind things. So they go, "Hey, can we get 2 Irish car bombs?"
Yeah.
The barman say, "I'll be right back," and he comes back with 2 shots lit on fire, going, "We don't have car bombs. We have your Twin Towers."
Oh yeah, I was thinking that because I was thinking what it should be. It should be 2 Manhattans, 2 fireballs, right? Then it should be a Seagram 7, a Goldschlager, and a fireball, right? So then you obviously take down the 2 towers, and then building 7 happens, and then you drink the gold. Where's the gold? Because that's the thing with building 7, came out of nowhere, and the gold's gone. Where's the gold, Joe? Where's the gold?
Do we know there was gold there in the first place?
If anything that loose change taught me is that there's gold underneath there.
I've never seen those change.
Okay.
I've heard good things about that documentary.
It's great.
But
You should watch it.
I just don't know why my nipples get hard when I'm freezing out. But like my penis should get hard when it's freezing too. The whole body should get hard, man. I just want everything to be.
How long have you been thinking about this for?
Dude, it was on
How
purpose.
hard have you been thinking
did it
about
on
this?
purpose.
How long and hard
I'm
have
a
you been thinking
brilliant
about this?
comedian, okay, so I thought bringing that back would have been funny. You love a callback.
Yeah, I just like the idea of you being cold and being like, I should be fucking hard right now.
I know.
Like,
man.
why am I not hard right now?
If I were hard, it'd be warmer.
Yeah. You know what I need right
No one's
now
ever had
is I need to be fully erect while I'm cold with my jacket on.
I can't enjoy the
Because
winter.
one
if
thing
I'm
women
not.
love is men with hard erect penises underneath a jacket.
Why do you think I wear a parka?
Do you have a duster?
Parkas go fucking down,
I
man.
know.
They cover that butt and that crotch.
Yeah.
Stay warm in the winter. you
Yeah.
know? That way you get hard quick.
Would you? So let's say you did get hard with cold weather. Would you be proud of that? Would you wear sweatpants a lot, or would you try to hide that shit? Would you do the waistband thing?
Yeah, I got tuck flip. I have respect.
Yeah.
I've got children.
Yeah.
You know.
Does that ever happen to you when you're in the flight? Because that's notoriously like
Do I fall asleep on planes? No,
wake up with a hard on.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm not the best sleeper on planes, but for whatever reason, when I do doze off for
You know
20
why it
minutes,
is?
I
It's
wake up and I'm
because
like,
it's how much oxygen they pump in there.
really?
Yeah, that helps men get hard. Nah, it helps, but like, yeah, that's what they say is that
So if there's
you're more
50
susceptible to getting a hard on because of that.
If there's 50 dudes on a plane, 40 of them are probably rocking
Yeah.
boners. We're
So
all
if you
tucking
wake up,
away.
right,
That's why I got the tray.
Yeah. So if you, yeah, and that's why the tray kind of moves up a little bit too. Is for that because you don't want a tray pushing down on the tip of your dick.
Yeah.
And so, do you do like? Are you the one where like, no, everyone can pass, and then I'll figure my way out, or are you just like, or do you stand and do the quick tuck?
I look at my fellow passengers on a flight and think, I've never seen any of you again. Enjoy the show.
Okay.
I'm walking.
How many
I'm
guys do you think
fully
do the
just-
quick tuck, and then when they reach for their luggage above it, their shirt goes up, and you just see the head of a dick?
Good point. Yeah,
Right?
man, that's probably happened a few times.
There's got to be a name for that, right?
Yeah. Do you think women, when
The
they
head of
see
the
guys
flight?
reach up, they go,
Oh,
they look right down there,
there's like a little head
Oh,
popping
can
out,
I
like
see a
hello,
a little pee pee.
hello.
Hello. La la la.
Yeah. So Joe, I on the way back, we had the opportunity to like we got an email saying like, oh, you can bid for business class on the way back. And then we were exhausted and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, just put in a bid. And we ended up getting it.
Nice.
And I'm gonna tell you now, I will never not do it. It's one of those things where like, that's how I got you. You know what I mean?
So you're first class all the way now?
Yeah.
can't go
Well, I can't,
backwards.
man. There's no way I can afford it. But like, it's just one of those moments where it worked out. But like, have you ever flown like been bumped up, or I've never really done that.
No, the closest I ever had was being in the aisle where the emergency exits. You get more leg.
You get more
room for
leg
that
room?
one. My mom got bumped up to first class once. Can I
Really?
tell this story very quickly?
Yeah.
So my mom got bumped up to first class on her way to L.A.
Okay.
And
From Chicago?
No, it was from LA back to Chicago, actually.
Wow,
Yeah.
long flight.
And so, yeah, I mean, like 4 hours, LA to Chicago. It's not too bad. So she gets bumped to first class, first time ever in first class. And she's got her laptop. You know, she's watching episodes of Better Call Saul, which just came out. And she kind of feels the person next to her in first class.
Oh,
like,
shut really?
leering.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know what's
So she
up.
finally kind of just looks over. And wouldn't you know it, it's him. She's watching the star. The star of the show's right next to her as she's watching.
So
TV.
Bob Odenkirk's
Bob
right there?
Odenkirk was right
Yeah.
next to her. And she tells me the story. I remember being like, this sounds crazy. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I was talking to him. He's a really nice guy. And I'm thinking, oh, man, it's wild.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, she's like, look, it's a picture of her and Bob Odenkirk.
Wow.
Super nice. She said he was a great guy.
That's
It's
great.
always nice to hear because he's such one of my favorite comedic minds and favorite actors.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
What would you do if you like looked over and you saw somebody watching like our podcast? Would you say something? Would you?
I would have to do the tuck flip.
First off, then you would know it's me then, I guess, the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, because you'd be so hard as a rock.
Thanks, Austin. Picked up on that. That was a good line, I thought.
I thought it was a great
we
line.
ran right over it.
I just think, here, do you want to take that again?
Just fucking with you, dude.
So dude, what would happen, right, if you looked over and you saw somebody
have to
watching?
I have to do the tuck flip. My timer was off on that one. I came in too hot. I came in too hot.
Before.
Don't worry, this whole episode's working out great because I think it's fun that we're starting off season 3 real like dumb. We're finally that was the tease. Remember I said we're gonna do big things with season 3? We're going back to being dumb again.
Yeah.
We're dumb.
Yeah, let's get you high more often.
Let's get dumb.
So
children are gonna watch
you know how
this
dumb I am?
It's
So
legal, kids.
it is. So you think your kid's gonna research you when you get older?
I guarantee you. Think about this. way.
I researched my dad and I solely regret it.
Well, they're gonna have those regrets too.
Yeah.
But listen though, when your dad passed away, you found out, oh, he's got 100 hours of podcasts. You wouldn't be like, I gotta click play on a few of these.
Well, I had my 1990s version of that where my dad dies, right? And I think we've alluded to it. We've kind of talked about. I've talked about it on your other podcast where like I have this Russian stepmom that my dad basically bought online. And looking the other way, someone over there, yeah. And so in the visa that they applied for, they have the conversations about. Have I talked about this on the podcast?
No, you're
okay.
not.
Yeah.
Recording process.
So they have the conversations my dad had with his Russian bride on this website, and it's like reading your dad's sex to somebody else. Like,
Come on, give us one. What was he saying?
yeah, I can give you a lot.
Oh,
There's
I want
one
the
where he
legs
was
wrapped
like,
around my
there's
head.
one where he was like, I was working out today. My muscles are getting so bulge and bicep-y for you, and like it's like stuff like that. And then he has this thing where he's expressing to her that he likes things Lewinsky style, which he loves cigars. So I think he's talking about shoving a cigar up my stepmom's vagina. I'm sorry, my mamushka's vagina. And like it is like that type of stuff where like nobody's
Hey, you know what?
nobody's gonna read this.
Hey, let him be himself.
Let his freak flag fly. But the problem is like
Yeah.
Lewinsky style. This was still like 10 years before these things got. It's like, Dad, come up with some new shit, dude.
Dated references was what pissed you off.
That kind of pissed me off a little bit actually. And it was a lot of blowjob stuff, and it was a lot
Forrest
of like,
Gump reference for some reason. Just got real hacky with it.
yeah, he's like, can't wait for you and I to watch striptease together. I'm like, Dad, the movie came out so far long ago, and it was just like, I mean, it was like, you know, just like, first off, you're like, ugh, this is my dad doesn't know how to flirt. And secondly, it was like my Russian stepmom would then respond and be like, oh, Jeffrey, I love your bulging biceps and you're so sexy and my hot whatever, man. And then she goes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I haven't responded in a while. I'm having just the worst time and my phone died and I don't have any money for my phone and I don't know what to do. And it just turns into like, it always starts off with compliment, sexual, like I can't wait to see you, fuck you. Then the worst thing happened.
My car broke down. I need
money.
Yeah.
And then my dad responds being like, oh God, you're so whatever. Oh, I'll send you the money. Like my dad was like, I will help you with money, but you need to hire a trainer and you need to stay fit is what he wrote to her.
Well,
Yeah.
you're making
Some
an investment.
crazy shit. And this is around the time he's expressing to me. He goes, you know what? He goes, this is why you get a Russian woman. Russian men treat their women like shit, so I can just do whatever I want. It's still better than anything she's ever had.
Whoa.
That was my dad's advice to me. Isn't
Why
that insane?
have you not honored your father? I've met your
Got a
girlfriend.
Russian.
She's great.
She's
but
incredible.
she's-
Yeah.
You don't.
And every sexy picture that they send are always the Russian women holding something. So they're always just like, oh, look at me, and look at I hold something. Oh, look at I'm so like I don't know. It's
I got whiskey between my breasts.
yeah. It's fucking nuts. It is nutso. But so I would not
nuts in
recommend.
the fucking face.
Yeah,
There was a teacher
Probably,
I'm
I'm sure he did
had
that.
in high school who would be like, "What are you, nuts in the face?" Just made us laugh.
yeah. And then also like
He also said, "I'll break your hair."
you break your hair.
I know, weird guy. Now that I think about
Like
it.
I'll come on your head and you'll let it dry and then I'll crack it. Is that what that means?
You took it to a whole new fucking thing, man.
Really? Why don't you figure out what that means?
I don't know. It's like, I'll break your hair. And you immediately go to him ejaculating on your hair.
Listen, I just watched the Vince McMahon
hard
documentary.
in it to break
I just
it.
watched the Vince McMahon documentary. I got a lot of weird things in my
was
head.
that in the Vince McMahon documentary?
If it is not, that'd be surprising. Is crazy. So then I also got there was a rap sheet of my dad's convictions. It's about 2 inches thick, and I got to read about all the jail stuff that because he's been in jail a lot, and it was just insane. You don't want to hear
What
this.
was his first name again?
Jeffrey
Oh, was he Jeffrey Jonah Jurkens?
Jeffrey John Jurkens.
Oh man, the Triple J names.
Triple J. Not a fan. Not a fan. But it's just gross and then like when he passed away too, I found all these correspondence that he had when he was in prison, how you find these weird women that she listens to the podcast. But like you find yeah, it does. And she's a sweet young lady. Where it's just like, sometimes you just don't want to know. And
right.
I knew, but then I like
You're
like,
right. I should quit this podcast so they can't hear me anymore. I'm just joking.
yeah,
I'm
I
having
mean,
so much-
the stuff my
Jonah, I'm having so much fun right now.
the stuff my dad would talk about my mom was disgusting, and it was
you had
just
to
like
read your stepmom or your mom?
he would tell me about my mom.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, it was it's insane. He was just an
You're
insane.
pretty normal considering your circumstances.
He was an insatiable young man. That guy
Weren't we all?
was crazy. Like after he passed away, he kept getting a number, and then my mom figured out what that number was, and she was like, "Oh, that's a whorehouse in Madison that he loved to frequent." And I guess they were calling him about something. I don't know what the deal
His
is.
account.
Something like that. Like he's got to finish up his
Got the
account.
Crabs.
Mm-hmm.
Do people still get crabs? I never hear about anyone getting crabs anymore.
I don't know. I'm sure he did.
When was the last time you heard someone be like, "Dude, I got the pubic lice. It's
Get
no
the
good.
pubic-
Can't
I
go
got
off
those,
this weekend."
I get those pubic pets.
Yeah, it's disgusting. What STDs do you still hear about out in the wilderness out there?
STDs?
Yeah, people spread it.
You hear about the
chlamydia.
clap. You hear about
Clap.
chlamydia. Yeah. Do you know where they came
That's-
up with the name of the clap?
No.
So it's gonorrhea, right? But like I guess you get these bulges or whatever. So when they were back in the dark ages, they would clap to pop all the pus out. They clap your dick like that.
Is that for real?
Yeah. Or it was a thing I read online, so that's got to be real. Because you know what else I read online? A lot of gross stories between my dad and my stepmom, and those are real.
Where can you find these?
Huh?
Where can you find all these stories?
Well, with my dad?
Yeah.
I have it in a room in this house.
MyDadsGross.com.
I will find them and we can read through them. It'd be kind of funny, actually.
Patreon.
Do you want to read through them?
Season
I
3
would like
Patreon.
to. I was thinking I would just find them, just put them on the clip.
Oh yeah,
Just like that's crazy that there's evidence of this.
oh, it's insane. My dad was one. When you meet somebody and you're like, "This is the most interesting person I ever met." You have the craziest stories. Like, we need to do a book,
That'd
and it's
be your
one, it's
dad?
one of my biggest regrets. Never having a
Well, there's still time.
No, his dad's dead.
yeah. You can't.
No, like you could do a post book.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
I
wanted
could
to
do-
interview his dad. Though.
No, but it'd be fun to
Interview
interview
other
like his friends about stories and stuff.
What if they told you every story he told you was a lie? Your dad never
I've-
existed. He's a figure of your imagination. Jonah,
That-
come with us.
He's actually
Just come with
black.
us.
And then you found out that you were just off your pills for a while and you made up this whole existence that never really happened.
Like for instance, right now I'm just in a padded room.
Yeah.
This would make a
Isn't
lot of
real.
sense to how you treat me.
Look at your hands, Jonah. You see the blood?
Huh? What?
Why?
just like there's a dead family in front of me. What? What's going on
I
here?
had you going for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure I did.
I did. Okay, so this is a weird segue back to what we were talking about. So I got to do the first class, and I've only got to. So your mom did that thing, and I only got to really do it one other time during COVID. I was flying to Denver, and I got an offer to get bumped up. I think it was like $100 because this is when flights were like they were bleeding, right? So they needed to do it.
Begging.
Yeah. So I did it, and it's my first time and one of my only times sitting in one of those like cubicle things, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
So, and like everyone's sitting to you, and then like I sit down, and then they're like, okay, we're ready to take off. And all of a sudden I was like moving like this. And I was like, oh my God, we are getting ready to take off. And I'm like, this is fucking nuts. I didn't know. And then I started looking over at everybody else, and they weren't moving. And I was like, what is going on? And I just realized my knee was on the thing. But for forever, I was just like, this is first class. And of course, everybody was like, this kid has not been there before.
I don't think you should act like you've been there.
No?
I think if I could afford first class, like regularly do it,
Yeah.
and I was in one of those first class cubicle things, I would act like it was my first time in first class every time just to piss off the first classers.
Right.
I'd be like, can you believe this
Isn't
shit?
this great?
Oh my God, I'm going to
Free
jerk
drinks?
off in here. Look at this place. It's so
Yeah.
much. I'm going to sleep diagonal. What do you think of that? You know, and just be really loud and obnoxious every time. Because it'll be really fun for you. They won't know. They'll think this is his first time.
What do you
Really,
think
it's
would
like
be the
your
most
80th time.
annoying thing? Would it be going to the person that clearly does it all the time and asking them like, hey, what are you eating? What are you going to get? If you had that, is it good?
Yeah,
Or would it be like, what does this button do? How do I do that?
that's more annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Isn't this great?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Be like, or just ask really weird, ignorant questions. Be like, hey, can I get a lighter? And they're like, what? Yeah, I figured to smoke
What,
a
you
cigar.
can't smoke up here? Yeah.
Oh my God, this is first class in America. Can I smoke a cigar? We really lost something on 9/11, didn't we? You know, that's what. Yeah, you might as well be offensive while you're up there. You know?
Yeah.
You ever think about joining the Mile High Club? Sounds like
I
I was
try.
asking you to
Oh, I
join
think
with
about
me.
it all the time.
No,
And it does sound like you want me to fuck you.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Have
Yeah.
you?
I've thought about it. I've not done it though.
Well, who hasn't thought about it?
Well, nerds, pussies,
Yeah.
dickless dipshits.
Do you think you could? So, in your brain, what could you? What kind of Mile High Club could you pull off? Because somebody just got in trouble for giving their partner a little handy on their flight
How did they get caught?
because they had a blanket in there. You could see somebody get a fucking hand job, and the guy was like, "I'm getting a hand job in the air." That's where you go wrong. That's where you go
fuck
wrong.
up.
Yeah.
Inner
When you
thoughts
open the
stay
door and
inside.
you're just like, I just fucked somebody in there. Like that's when you go wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just tweet immediately after. I'll be like, guess who just got his dick wet?
Uh-huh.
Send.
Yeah.
You know, thank you, Elon.
At American. Thank you, Eli.
Elon.
Oh, Elon.
'Cause he
Okay.
owns Twitter.
Yeah, I got it. He doesn't own Twitter.
He's the controlling dipshit of
He
Twitter.
owns X.
X.com.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking dork. That
You're
guy's a
slowly
dork.
getting higher during this podcast.
I don't know
and
why.
It is adorable.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I took one little thing and I'm feeling it, man. But I think this is fun, actually. I'm having a good time. You having a good time?
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
Austin, you having a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hog squad.
Hog Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I don't know if I'm going to be in the Hog Squad anymore.
Why not? Is that dick getting shrinking? Is it too cold out?
It's fall.
It's fall?
I'm a spring and summer big dick fella.
You are.
No, man, I'm starting to feel bad for all the little penis guys out there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like we're flaunting it a little bit too much.
You
We
think
should
so?
be a little more respectful of them and their little peepees.
Well,
Get this. Hold on.
Well,
though.
I think
For real.
it's unfair to people that you wear clear pants.
Hey, man. Yeah, clock in sometimes, right? But what I was going to say was, dude,
You say you have to cock in sometimes?
you got to cock in, right?
Yeah.
Fucking every morning, 9 a.m. sharp. You
Yeah.
gotta let them know you're there.
Oh shit, it's hot.
Cock
I
in.
gotta.
That's Hog Squad.
I do appreciate the listeners that I have had a few people come up to me, and right before I left, before the trip, since our last podcast, I had somebody come up to me and they go, hey, I go, yeah, they go, Hog Squad, and they walked away, and I was like, you'd be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
I think from now on, if you notice
That
one of
guy's
us,
never
if you
heard
notice one
one
of us out
episode.
there,
He
you gotta
just says
whisper
that.
that. You have to whisper it,
Yeah.
like it's a secret.
Hog Squad.
Hey, Hog Squad.
Hey.
You're like, fuck yeah.
Hog Squad. Sometimes I forget on a podcast, you just have to make the whisper voice, but not actually whisper. Because if you actually whisper, they can hear it. But if you make the whisper voice where it's just like, Jonah,
Yeah.
how are you? Like it's
How are you?
the volume
and I'm
is-
so sorry.
the voice inside my head.
Yeah.
Was that pretty dead on? Not
Mhm.
really.
So
Except Hetty says, yeah. No, I was going to tell you this. Here's something. A couple comics told me that a female comic was saying, oh, these guys all got little dicks over here. And it's because there's a nudist show. There's a stand-up comedy show where the comedians perform naked.
uh-huh.
And a couple of the dudes perform naked on that show.
Yeah.
And I want to help my brother in by saying, hey, might have been cold. You're nervous. 'cause
Right.
That's a nervous situation.
Yeah, you're also
Yeah, I
like
mean-
naked in front of people.
Yeah. So I don't think anyone should judge anyone's limp penis in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
gotta look out for the fellas. This is why men kill themselves at a way higher rate than women. Because
That's
one
why?
person, one dude
Because
was
you're making fun of your tiny little
yeah,
dick.
the
You
dude
little
probably
limp
was
dick
having a
bitch.
rough day, and it's like the lights are on you. You're performing. It was awkward, so he wasn't at his best.
Yeah.
Right. He's more of a grower than a shower.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone's going around saying he's got a tiny penis, and that's not
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I hear you.
I got some friends who are not doing so well. People are listening, being like, "I bet he's talking about himself." No, I've never done that in a show. Don't worry about me. All right. If I had, you would fucking heard about it. Okay. Word goes round these internet streets.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but I'm written all over your dick.
Yeah, I like to write things on my penis. I heard a joke once.
Do you write your set list on your dick? If you were doing a
For the
nudist,
nudist
if you were
show.
doing a nudist, because you have nowhere to put your shit. So you have to write it on
like-
your dick then, I
You
guess.
do like a little like flop it up to read it. you
Yeah,
know?
right.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Bar
yeah.
bathrooms. That's the next one. Right? That'd be a fun thing to do.
Yeah. Write your set list on your dick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can just give those girls those punchlines, baby.
What the fuck, dude?
Come on, man. That was good.
Would you say that?
Why would I say what?
It's
Why would you
just so
don't set me up for that and then
disrespectful.
don't take that out on me?
You use the word punch. At the same time, you're talking about making love to women.
That's interesting because you just talked about how you like taking girls out in mosh pits.
Well, get the fuck out of the way.
Did you check somebody out though?
No, I didn't. I maybe knocked a guy down or two. Not like
Yeah.
on the ground, but like to be like, fuck, I'm gonna win that. Here's the thing about
Yeah.
the mosh pits, right? Some of these dudes are fucking huge, and they'll look
Right.
at me and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna knock this dude over," but
Right.
they don't know I'm an athlete. Where a lot of these dudes fucking aren't. They're just big dudes. So they'll go running into you.
Right.
And anyone who's a little bit of an athlete knows I'll just step back half a step, lower my shoulder, so when he runs into me, he bounces off me a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking timing the impact.
Yeah.
And then they go, "Oh, cool." Yeah,
Do they
pretty
know
strong."
that you were a athlete because you're still wearing your high school Leatherman jacket?
People just know, dude. People just fucking know. People see me and go, "I bet that dude rocked in high school," and they were right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they
Austin,
go,
when you first met me, did you think, "Oh, this guy was fucking the shit in high school"?
Yeah.
You still were in high school.
yeah.
Fuck
Do you
yeah,
think they're
man.
like that? This guy rocked in high school, and he's going to tell me about it.
Yeah. No. Oh, I will figure out a way to slide into the conversation. I've gotten really good about it. You know what I mean? I get other people talking about their high school experience, and then inevitably they go, "Joe, what was high school like for you?" And I go, "Funny you ask." And then I
Right.
just go through the highlight. I take out my phone and I show them pictures.
Yeah.
I go, "Look how good."
Are you
looking I
the
was."
one in your high school like Facebook chat? You guys, hey guys, are we doing a 17-year reunion or? And they're like, no, Joe. They're like, all right, 18's coming up. I don't know if you know that 18 and a half is kind of it's nicer out.
Truth be told, I
Uh-huh.
didn't even go to either my high school reunions. I didn't go to the 10 or the 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because the 10-year one was dumb because like 10 years, we were all hanging out with each other still. Anyone
Yeah.
I wanted to see, I was still regularly seeing.
Yeah.
And then the 20-year one, I just was like, I don't fucking care.
Right.
You get to a point, though, in life where I still have some friends that I grew up with. I love them to death, but I don't give a fuck what you were up to the last 10 years. Like, hey, dude, I haven't seen you in 20 years. I'm like, yeah, there's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I don't care what you're up to. Why the fuck would I care?
Yeah.
If I care what you were up to, I'd just check your Facebook page.
Yeah. I think that's the difference between you and me. I never went. I wanted to because like for me, it's like I got bullied in high school. Right? I was kind of a bigger kid for half of high school.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry
high school,
about
like, was
that,
not fun
but
for
you were
me.
slow and ugly, so I had to tell you to get the fuck out of my way.
I wasn't slow. I was still pretty athletic for that, but I just was a bigger kid, you know. And I wasn't ugly. There was a hot kid underneath that fat
Have
face.
we talked about how Jonah and I went to high school together? No,
Yeah.
I just every day,
You remember that?
every fucking day, man.
You remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember that, breaking my foot off in your ass on the daily. Okay, forget.
That was your foot?
Oh yeah, dude.
And what was squirting out of it?
Don't you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Jelly donuts, because you're such a fat fuck.
Look at that. You still got it.
I
Have
guess.
you been taking improv classes?
Yeah, while you were
Nice.
gone.
Have you? What level you in?
Austin, I talked about. We're like, you know what?
Yeah. Let's fucking
I
go.
gotta step up my improv game, man.
Yeah. Hey,
Jonah appreciates the art. I gotta get on his level.
hey, Zip.
Zap,
Stop.
zoop.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's level 5.
No, but for me, yeah, it's level 5. So, but for me, it's like you kind of want to go back and you want to be like, hey, all you motherfuckers got ugly, and guess who did not? Like,
totally.
you kind of want to do that. You like, I always wanted to bring like, you know, attractive girlfriend, fuck you,
So you went to a co-ed high school, I went to an all-guys high school.
right?
So I have nothing like that.
Yeah.
I think like, hey, Janet, remember when I asked you out for the sock hop sophomore year and you said no?
Is this me?
Well, guess what? I don't have acne anymore.
Is this me?
Yeah.
Have you been working on that impression?
Dude.
How'd you get so fucking good? Can we do a side by side?
Impression more fat though.
Yeah,
Do a
yeah.
more fat thing.
Hey, Janet. I don't know why bigger guys just have deeper voices to me. Hey, Janet, hold on. I got whipped cream on my lips. Anyway, just so you know,
I've lost 7 pounds.
Oh, I still have fat voice in this?
Yeah.
Even though I've lost?
Actually, I've lost lots of weight. Just so you know, you can't come to my birthday.
Yeah. You could have been there. You could have went to my open mic
You could
show.
have been there,
Uh,
but you'll never fucking know.
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I do shows for tens of people. I'm a hundredaire.
Yeah.
Trying to think of your act.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy your millionaire boyfriend who's treats you nice in your nice car. Now I feel like I'm like,
Why did she win, man? She won at the end.
oh shit, she did.
You gotta make her not win.
Oh yeah.
You gotta talk about that in therapy. Why is it
Uh-huh.
in your fantasies you're still a loser?
Yeah.
Jonah, you are enough.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna tell you it's not your fault. It was definitely everything was your fault, but you're enough.
Tell me it's come on. Goodwill
Hey.
Goodwill hunted me. Goodwill hunted me.
It was your fault,
Don't do this to me.
dude. I want you to know it was your fault.
Not you. Not right now.
It was your fault.
Don't fucking do this to me. okay,
What
man?
was your
Don't
fault?
fucking do this to me,
Hey,
all right?
No kid. No
not
kid.
you. Not you, Joe. Not
It was
nobody.
your fault. It was your fault. It was.
So you wanted to play a game, Joe?
Yeah. So I had this idea because you just went on an amazing vacation, and you go on a lot of really awesome vacations. You're a very well traveled.
This is new
young
for
man.
me. This is new. I've never
It
done
is new.
this
You don't really know
before.
what we're doing here. We do a little either or action coming your way. You've gone on so many great vacations over the last couple of years. You're a great traveler, so I figured this would be a really fun thing and a good way for the listeners to get to know you.
Uh-huh.
All right, so here we go, Mr. World Traveler. Miami or Vegas?
To live or to visit?
No, just whatever instinctually. comes to-
Vegas.
Okay, cool. Vegas or New York City?
Fuck you, Vegas.
Vegas or France?
Fuck you, Vegas.
Italy or Vegas?
Vegas.
Wow. Okay, Denver or Vegas?
Denver. I'm kidding.
Everyone in Denver's going nuts right now.
No, okay. So honestly, I think New York over Vegas. Let's
Okay,
go.
cool.
Let's be honest here. New York over Vegas.
All right, so New York or Paris?
New York.
Okay, New York or Florence?
Yeah, that was in there. New York still.
New York or Barcelona?
Barcelona.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Barcelona.
that was
All right,
pretty fun.
Barcelona or Mexico City?
Ooh. I'm loved Mexico City. Food was good. Barcelona.
Okay, wow, Barcelona. Or Barcelona or Lisbon, Portugal? Because that's the city you were in, Portugal?
Porto.
Or Porto.
I'm gonna go with I'm still gonna go Barcelona, I think.
Okay, all right, Barcelona.
But Porto's
or,
amazing. Food was great. Very pretty city. It's a very romantic city.
Very romantic. Barcelona or Chicago?
Barcelona.
Barcelona or wherever you were in Australia?
Sydney. Barcelona.
Wow, how about that? So Jonah Jurkens' favorite city in the entire world is Barcelona.
Okay. Yes. Can I do the ones can I do your cities you visited? Okay. Chicago or north side of Chicago?
North side.
Okay.
Yeah.
North side of Chicago or Portage?
Portage Park. the
Portage Park.
neighborhood. Yeah, did you even say right? Portage Park is on the northwest side of Chicago.
Right. So it's not north side.
Portage Park.
Okay.
Technically it's north side. Anyway,
Okay. Portage Park or south side?
Portage Park.
Portage Park or if you could live inside Wrigley Field.
Wrigley Field.
Okay.
Yeah, inside Wrigley Field.
Wrigley Field or the showers in Wrigley Field when the players are showering.
I thought you weren't going to bring that up, man. That's the whole thing.
Because you get kicked. That's why you're not allowed back to Wrigley.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
And,
so
well,
okay, we
It
can
was
stop.
a
We
bad
know we can,
season for a lot
we
of
can stop at
reasons.
Wrigley. We can stop at Wrigley. Okay, then where else have you been? Okay, so Wrigley or Cleveland.
Wrigley.
I forget where were you this last weekend?
Cincinnati.
Okay, so
And
Wrigley
Indianapolis.
or Cincy.
Wrigley.
Oh, Wrigley or the catacombs of Chicago.
Wrigley.
Oh, you don't care about the history of Chicago. Very interesting.
I like how mine was like a prepared list with like a conclusion, where at the end we find out
How about-
Jonah's favorite city in the world.
How about
And
this?
yours is
Chicago, where you're from, right? Which you do love, which you do hold. And I know it sounds
I
like
do.
it sounds like I'm making fun of you, but I'm really not for this. Chicago or Ireland? You just went.
I was in Scotland.
Scotland,
but I've
excuse
been
me.
to Ireland before. Either of those really.
Scotland or Ireland?
I've thought about if I
So
thought to
let's-
myself, what city would I want to retire in? Edinburgh, Scotland.
Really?
Yeah, I thought
Over
it's-
Ireland?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got to go back to Ireland again and like visit the Galway and the west of Ireland, which I really wasn't there. So yeah, but I just had such a blast in Edinburgh, Scotland, and I like rainy weather.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, I get sunshine days too, not a lot, but that's okay. I burn very easily.
Do you like the rainy weather because you want to appreciate the sunny days a little better.
Maybe that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
the poet in me. You
Okay.
know, I want to read a book next to a fireplace and sip some whiskey.
Okay.
And have an old pint.
Yeah. For a man that's lived in one of these cities and a man that's visited the other one a lot, would you do LA or New York?
New York.
Really?
I lived in LA for 3.5 years.
I know, so I
Yeah,
just said
I
that,
would
yeah.
New York. I liked LA too. I wasn't an LA hater, but LA is wildly inconvenient. I went to visit there. I did a couple shows. It's like 8 months ago, and I remember just nothing was easy.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's annoying. It's not worth the sushi and the good burgers and the Mexican food and a lot of cool people. I mean, people try to talk shit about LA people, but the ones I knew, they were pretty great.
Now, would you do New York or Chicago?
Chicago is always going to be number one for that.
Yeah.
I almost feel like for one of those, for me, you have to take Chicago out of it. And I didn't really want to ask you
Yeah.
Chicago, but at a moment, I thought it'd be funny to throw it in there.
I was just fucking with you.
Yeah, because like you're always going to pick your home. You know
See, I
what
would
mean?
I would never return to Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee very much.
But yeah, you want to return to it.
I would pick Chicago. If I were to pick a home city for me, I would pick Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I love. I like New York. I mean, I love New York. I love it, but it's like, it's just too. I like Chicago's perfect because it's like you get the Midwest sensibility. Everyone's really nice. Not saying they're not in Chicago or LA, but it's like you feel like you live in the city, but you're still living in like a decent sized place. I can't live in a shoebox.
Yeah.
Is my problem.
Now,
here.
Chicago does have kind of
But New York's
best of
the
both worlds
food
thing.
is like the food and the options for food and fun places to drink is like, I mean, New York,
Yeah.
right?
Really like the food in New York better than Chicago?
The food is better, I would argue.
Well, it's all opinion. But
It
yeah,
is all opinion, yeah.
I would have to. I don't know. I've been in New York 8 to 10 times, and I've loved the food there. But
But when you think food, do you think options or do you think what they're known for?
well, I mean, options are going to be more in New York because it's New York City. It's
Yeah.
9 million people. I mean, of course they're going to have ethnicities like that Chicago wouldn't have.
When
So
I
that's
say
what you
options,
mean.
I mean like as in experiences of restaurants, not like I would argue that I think that the food that is known for in Chicago is better than the food that you think of when you think New York. Like
Okay.
So I like the pizza better in Chicago. I like the hot dogs better in Chicago. I like all those options. But like if you go by quality of restaurant, like New York has some of the best restaurants in the world.
Oh, yeah, like the Michelin ones and stuff like that.
Yeah, not saying Chicago does not because Chicago
no, that's
does.
fair. But do you know what city recently got named best restaurants in the world?
Phoenix.
Really?
I just made that up.
You told I know. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
And I like Phoenix, but I don't remember. Tex-Mex is good. But no, this is true. The city that just became the city with the most Michelin-rated restaurants or whatever is London.
Mm,
But would anyone think like
that makes sense.
because they have everything? It's a massive city, so everything goes there. But I think when I think of the cuisine of a city, I think Chicago's cuisine is better. But you're probably right, New York, because of the volume of it
Yeah.
and the history of it, probably has better restaurants.
When you think cuisines, what do you think in
Our
the-
street food's better than their street food.
No, but no, yeah,
I think
yes.
our delicacies are, are certain things we're known for is just kind of.
But with your experiences in the United States in general, like, do
New
you still?
Orleans food's my favorite.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
That's a favorite style of food. I would say New Orleans.
Yeah. So mine's
Yeah.
New Mexican, not Mexican, but New Mexican food, like so the Southwest.
We made me that great burger.
Yeah.
They're like-
yeah. Anything green chili, I fucking love.
Well,
It's
tell
great.
them how you grilled it.
I just put green chili out. So you can get hash chilies. Hash chilies are a chili that is specifically grown in the New Mexico, like Texas. I don't know Texas, but like southern Colorado area.
What I noticed, though, not to cut you off, is
Yeah.
you put them under the cheese.
I did.
I wanted you to tell them that because that's a really cool thing.
Okay.
So it was like a
You know why
surprise.
I
It
do
was a
that?
Surprise in the butt. I didn't know they were under that.
Do you know why I
cheese.
do that?
Why?
So you fucks can't scrape it off.
You're forcing people to eat food they might not
Yeah.
want to eat.
100%.
What is it with people who love cooking that they
I
can't
make normal.
accept?
I make normal burgers. I make normal burgers, and then I also make these are green chili burgers,
Yeah.
right? So like I want you to eat what I just made, but also you don't have to eat that.
All right, fair enough. You
Yeah.
give the option.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know there's some people that love cooking for people, and their thing that makes them the most upset is when it's like, do not change what I just made for you. And it's
Right.
like, yeah, but I don't like it this way.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you rather me eat the fucking thing? Then they're like, no, I made
Yeah.
it this way. It has to be eaten this way. And
That's the new thing on Grubhub and all that. You can't change. You can't like add instructions, which is annoying because like a lot of times I'm just trying to ask for extra meat and I'll pay for it.
yeah, well, and what if you're allergic to tomatoes? Get
Yes,
that off
and
my
also
fucking
that's also a thing
sandwich,
too. Yeah.
idiots.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to kill me when I go to restaurants, and I would say I want my sandwich with just this and just that, but then it would come with everything. And I'm like, I made your job easier.
Yeah.
You could have been done making the sandwich quicker if you listened, you fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
But I would say, Joe, like where I just went, like I would say Morocco, nipples hard. I just, by the way, for the people listening, I just looked over and Joe was rubbing his nipples for no reason. But
They're not great right
dude, Morocco, their food, it's the best food of the trip I was just on. It was
now.
incredible.
So you were in Spain,
I was in Spain,
Portugal.
Morocco, and Portugal.
but when you were in Spain, you crossed the Strait of Gibraltar to get to Morocco.
Sure.
I'm just trying to flex my geography knowledge.
It's pretty smart.
I'll out geography the fuck out of you, dude.
I know.
Don't. All right. Just be careful how you talk.
I'm
That's
not
all.
challenging you.
All right. Well,
You think I know anything?
If
Do you think
don't cross the
I didn't even
line.
know where I was going until I was there. Like, that's how dumb I am. Like, it's
You're like, hey, that water we're flying over. What is that? Lake Michigan?
yeah.
And Laura's like, you stupid cunt.
And they're like, no,
You're
it's not Michigan. I'm
"Whoa."
like, oh, we already threw Erie. Yeah. I don't even know if that's right.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so either.
It might be.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. But Joe, I think, yeah, what we need to do, we keep talking about this, but we should have like a experiment because you don't really go outside of your comfort for food a lot. I feel like.
I do and I don't.
Yeah.
I had a Cubano for the first time recently. Delicious.
Pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Loved it. I liked it a lot.
You know what I had pigeon
You stupid fuck.
while I was in Morocco, and
I'm
it was
sorry.
in like it was surrounded by a pastry with powdered sugar on top. And it was really sweet, but then savory at the same time. It was fucking delicious.
So next time you see pigeons in downtown Chicago,
I'm gonna eat that thing.
you're gonna fucking just
Yeah, yeah. If
Bite
I
its
see a
head
dead
off.
pigeon, I'm gonna pick it up and put it in a box and put that box into my house and then cook it.
It's so good to be back for season 3 of Let's Get Done,
Right.
everybody.
I think everyone was afraid I was gonna say fuck it.
No, yeah, that's what we're imagining.
Yeah.
We brought the dumb this
Yeah.
episode.
No
What
top-
was your favorite part of the episode? That's a new thing we're gonna do too. We're gonna
My favorite part of the
what
episode.
the favorite part of the episode was. That we always end on a happy note.
Watching you get a little higher was really silly because I'm not gonna lie, like there's literally a sparkle in your eye that's happening, and it's so cute and adorable. And I love how much happier you're getting throughout this.
Okay, I like that too.
Your favorite?
My favorite part was when you, sir, you were doing the whole. Not you, man. Not you.
Yeah.
You were being Matt Damon.
Yeah,
You were a great.
my
Matt
favorite
Damon.
part.
If that was a play, I would cast you.
I like this. I also, you know what I like too? I liked your impression of me being fat.
Oh yeah,
That
was
made
a
me
fun moment.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
I liked when we talked about time and how crazy it is because that impression feels like 7 episodes ago now.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like that was a long time
And
ago.
I liked your little rant about the shit,
Oh, shit
shirt.
on a shirt.
Shit on a shirt. Yeah.
Like check out this shit on a shirt.
Yeah, this
you
shit
know?
on a shirt.
And it's literally shit.
Shit on a shirt.
I like talking about Jonah's dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. We could have a whole dad's corner someday.
You know, we should almost play this part at the start of the episode as the intro.
Yeah.
That way people are like, what the fuck episode am I getting into here?
Yeah.
Because then they got to listen and hear all that
That's
stuff.
actually a good idea.
Yeah. Rewind. And it starts.
Reset.
Thank you everyone for watching the season 3 premiere of Let's Get Dumb on YouTube, and I'm subscribing to our audio wherever you listen to your podcast. As far as stand-up comedy goes, for me, I don't really have anything big coming up for a while. Doing a little chill October, mostly city stuff. So just check out joekilgallon.com. Check out my stand-up on YouTube. I'd really appreciate that. Jonah, hit him with it.
I don't really have anything either. My trip threw me off, but you can check out the Blackout Diaries every Friday at the Lincoln Lodge Theater here in Chicago. We have a big taping coming up, Joe.
Oh, look at
We're doing a taping for a pilot to sell
March.
in March 9th. March 9th at Untitled. Lineup and stuff will be announced soon.
Do you have a ticket link yet?
No ticket link, no
You're just
nothing.
fucking
So
bragging right now. You're
no, I'm
bragging.
just letting people know. Hey man,
You're
March
doing
March
TV
9th.
and I'm
Don't
doing
forget about
nothing.
it. I know. It's all right,
I'm sorry,
dude.
man.
You get there.
I'm proud of you.
You
I'm
get
happy.
there.
I'm not a
Yeah.
hater. I'm not a hater.
No, you're
I'm
not.
very happy.
Yeah, you've never hated
I
once
want
on me.
I want to get picked up as a series because I imagine I would eventually be on it.
Yeah.
Because I know Sean loves the story I used to tell all the
Yeah,
time on that.
Joe, you'd for sure be on it.
I've shifted the story.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to do that. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. You got the info. We'll be back every Wednesday coming your way. We love you. Cheers.
Bye now.